The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good evening. I'm going to call this meeting to order. It is the meeting of the Education Advisory Board for the Village of Royal Palm Beach on Monday, May 12th. I'm sorry?
Could you tap yours?
Mic.
It's on?
Okay, mine isn't. Okay.
Okay. I'll just repeat that. It is the Education Advisory Board meeting for the Village of Royal Palm Beach for Monday, May 12th, 2025. Welcome, everyone. And as always, we start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand. Thank you. And now we'll do the roll call.
Thank you, Chairwoman. Chairwoman Jennifer Sullivan.
Here.
Paula Wilson.
Here.
Nancy Panay.
Here.
Sergio Herrera. Here. Janet Rios.
Here.
Alexa Acosta.
Here.
And Mayor Jeff Amara.
Here.
Okay, thank you. As you may have heard, we have a new board member, Janet Rios. Welcome to our committee, and please tell a little bit about yourself and your background.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here, and I truly appreciate the opportunity to be serving our community by being in this board. Like you said, my name is Janet Rios. What I do for a living is I'm a realtor. I am a real realtor. I do focus on helping the community and the people that I serve. For that reason, I am a member of the committee within the Realtor Association in Florida, so I do go up to Tallahassee every year to fight for our communities, to make sure that bills and laws that are passing are those that represent the best interest of the people that we serve in the entire state of Florida. I am a mother of 5 beautiful children. One is already off to college, but 2 of them are within our school system. One of them is Gracie Rios with Cypress Elementary School. And that's basically it. Thank you so much. I look forward to being here.
Great.
Glad to have you.
Thanks.
Okay, well, I think this is our last regular meeting for the school year, and so we have a couple of things that we like to do. And the first one is to recognize our Student Council President Liaison to this committee, Alexa Acosta, and I'm going to turn it over to the mayor to read a certificate of appreciation.
Well, great. Thank you, Madam Chairman. I have the pleasure and the honor of sharing our appreciation with you through this certificate of appreciation. I'm just going to go ahead and read it. The Village of Royal Palm Beach Certificate of Appreciation presented to Alexa Acosta. She is hereby recognized and applauded for the unselfish contribution of her time and dedicated service to the Village of Royal Palm Beach, serving on the Education Advisory Board. Given with gratitude and heartfelt thanks, this 12th day of May 2025 by the mayor, of Village of Royal Palm Beach, on behalf of the Village Council and all the citizens of the village. There's a phrase here which I think is particularly poignant. It defines the word commitment. Commitment is what transforms a promise into reality. It is the word that speak boldly of your intentions, the actions that speak louder than your words. It is making the time when there is none. It is the daily triumph of integrity over skepticism. So, words to live by. Why don't we step down here and let me present you formally with that. We'll take a picture.
Thank you so much, Alexa. Thank you, Mayor, for that nice tribute. And don't forget, you still have a little job to do later on with your school liaison report. But first, it is our report from the Central Region District and Principals. Good afternoon.
For those of you that I haven't met yet, I'm Karen Wetzel. I'm the instructional superintendent for the Central Region. I bring greetings from the superintendent, the deputy superintendent, Mrs. Haynes, who is our Central Region superintendent, Dr. Green, who is the elementary Thank you. I just, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, have to start over.
Start over?
No.
Okay. Dr. Green and Mrs. Andrews, our board chair. It is graduation season, so I am on my own tonight. Everybody is at a variety of different graduations this evening, so it is my pleasure to be here with you this evening. I also want to recognize we have Tracy Getty and Bruce Salter here from our elementary schools. Strategic plan, I know Mrs. Haynes goes through that every time. When you take a look at our strategic themes, they all fit in just absolutely perfectly with the work that we do here in Royal Palm Beach. So I want to start off tonight by the Cypress Trails Lions with their kindergarten kickoff. See if we can get that to play. Pretty exciting to see all that kindergarten kickoff. They're getting ready for the new rookies to join the team. Just super, super exciting. And also at Cypress Trails, congratulations to their house leaders for this school year. Very exciting to see all of the house leaders out there in all of their colors, and they've just had an absolutely terrific year with all of their events. H.L. Johnson, again, we got kindergarten kickoff going on, so there's a lot of rookies starting school there next year as well. You can see all of the exciting things with the Jaguars. So we have the Lions, we have the Jaguars. I came in my attire tonight too, so, you know, can take care of all that. H.L. Johnson has had some very wonderful things happening there. You can see some pictures from their Cox STEAM Night for science, technology, engineering, and I've lost my place. Sorry about that. Science, technology, engineering, and math night at the Cox Science Center. You can take a look and see that they've had some very exciting things. They're also collaborating with Cypress Trails and Royal Palm Beach Elementary with their New Worlds reading program. And then their final SAC meeting is on May 28th. Again, we have kindergarten kickoff, lots of cheerleaders, lots of rookies getting ready to start school at Royal Palm Beach Elementary. And their final SAC meeting is on May 21st. Just love the pictures of signing day. Everybody's signing up to go to school there, and I think we have our is it a tiger? Bobcat, sorry. Stay on theme, right? Stay on theme. There we are, 14 Bobcats participating in the Art Dazzle competition. So in addition of all those new kindergartners, they have a lot of things to look forward to as we have those MVPs out there. And what's really exciting is it is graduation season, but when you come to Royal Palm Beach Elementary School, I think it's tomorrow, right? At 1 p.m., they have their alumni graduation parade, and you can see that their kids go to a variety of different schools in Palm Beach County, and they come back and do the graduation parade at Royal Palm Beach Elementary, which is really an exciting event because it gives those little ones that vision for what they have to look forward to down the road. Crestwood Middle School has a lot of highlights to share with you here this evening. They are a PBIS Silver School. They were visited by Dr. Murphy, who is the PBIS specialist, and they have gotten that award for cultivating and fostering a positive school culture. They've also had a number of students attend the Holocaust Documentation and Education Center. They have a wonderful high school class that they also have on their campus, and then the students having that opportunity to visit there is just tremendous. the National Junior Honor Society and student council members working together with their focus on mental health. They've received a $2,000 donation to their student council at NJHS with the Palm Beach County Behavioral Health Coalition. And again, there's Crestwood celebrating all kinds of things. It is School Librarian Day, so congratulations to School Librarian Jana Hernandez. And then we also celebrated Paraprofessional Appreciation Day, very exciting. And the National, did I miss one? Paraprofessional, okay. National Junior Honor Society participated in a book review. This year's book that they worked on was Empowering the Teen Years, Life Skills for Success in School and Beyond. And the author of that book is Crestwood's assistant principal, Mr. Claude Smith. Now, they also celebrated their Administrative Professionals Day on 23rd, and I can't tell you what that climate and culture is like in that building. I know some of you actually volunteer there. There's always something positive happening and lots of celebrations for all of the hard work. And you can see here they also celebrated School Lunch Hero Day as well. Now, Mrs. Andrews joined a number of us that were at the 47th Annual Scholastic Achievement Award Dinner. And so most of the high schools bring their top 10% of their students there to that event. It is at the Breakers. It is just such a really nice event for some of the high school seniors. You can see here that we've got some partial and full scholarships that were offered through an organization called Women of Tomorrow. It is a mentoring and a scholarship program, so there are a number of full scholarship and partial scholarship recipients. This one is actually super exciting for senior Jada Castro. She actually secured a full 4-year scholarship to the college of her choice, thanks to the Andrea Cameron Scholarship. So she has actually earned Bright Futures as well, because she's also earned her ACE diploma. So she has a ton of opportunity. So she's very excited because her dream is to become a dentist. Congratulations. We have our 2024-25 Royal Palm Beach Education Advisory Board scholarship winners. Jada Castro, Miss Icum, I won't try to pronounce her first name, but Miss Icum, Rohan Prasad, and Jamie Ross. Congratulations to all of them. Mr. Burke was actually a part of the Royal Palm Beach High School school-based enterprise fair, kind of like that whole opportunity for Shark Tank, or, you know, just so the kids had that opportunity to be able to share their school-based enterprise and be able to sell their wares and come up with an entire business plan. And then we have the Real Award recipient, and Miss Hilda Diaz is a vocational education teacher, and I just want to get that right. So she is a personal financial management teacher, and this is a Regional Economic Education Award. And so in addition to the certificate, she also receives, I believe, a check for $200, but it has to do with her excellence in teaching the financial management class at Royal Palm Beach High School. And if you haven't seen the date yet, they graduate May 14th, 8 a.m., bright and early. We're super excited. Are you super excited, Alexa? Yes. We're excited for you. It's going to be an absolutely beautiful day. This summer, we do have 2 summer school sites that will be available for students to be able to come in and receive breakfast and lunch. So Cypress Trails HL and Royal Palm Beach can go to Loxahatchee Groves Elementary. Crestwood and Royal Palm Beach High School can go to Royal Palm Beach High School. And on here, so you have that for future, it is open for anyone 18 years and younger, and they can come and pick up meals. There are no meals on the 19th, July 3rd, or July 4th. There are some variety of sites there as well to extend that for you. And that is the end of the Central Region report for this evening. And do you have any questions?
I have a couple questions. Just the first one on the summer food service. Is that for any student? They can go to any of those locations?
Yes, they can go to any of those locations, and it is for anybody 18 years and younger.
Okay. But not to Royal Palm Beach Elementary School, is that right?
Well, it's actually, yeah, no service due to construction, so let me double check. Cypress Trails, HL, Crestwood ends on the 26th, Royal Palm Beach High School ends in July 17th.
Okay, great, thank you. Another question, just as we're wrapping up the school year. I know we are using the site next to Crestwood for a temporary elementary school. Will they be using that site next year as well?
I have not, I really don't have any information on that yet as to what they're going to continue to do with that site. They're getting ready to move back into their new school, so I have no idea what the next steps are, but as soon as we know, you guys will know too.
Okay, great. And I know typically this is a meeting where we hear from a legislative update, and obviously with the legislative session being extended, we don't have that. So I'm just going to ask if you could maybe send the highlights this summer, and we can to Jacqueline, and we can all receive those and share those out with the public as well.
Absolutely, be happy to do that.
I don't want to wait until August for that.
Excuse me, Jennifer.
Yes.
They will be here in August to present.
Okay,
Yes.
they will be
Updates.
here in August?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Well, then we'll hear from them, but if there's anything that we might need to do
We might be able
before
to send
then.
the highlights ahead of time, so you at least could read through some of that, and then we have a full presentation for you.
Okay, great. Sorry, I have two more things. One is, just wanted to give you an update on the scholarship process. Obviously, thank you for including the Royal Palm Beach winners, but I wanted to just thank the committee for getting together and for interviewing all of the applicants. It was a hard decision. We only get to choose 10, but excellent applications, excellent interviews, very impressive, these candidates. So I wanted just to thank my fellow board members and thank you, and know that we have a great group this year, as usual.
And we appreciate that very much. We know how much work that is for all of you to go through that, and actually, I'm really glad it was a hard decision. It means we're doing a good job, so.
Yes. And then last thing, I don't want to put you on the spot, but there was a little bit of chatter on social media about some kind of great schools ratings for the schools, and I wondered what the process. I'm not familiar with great schools. I don't know what that is. Okay, I didn't know if the school district. I don't think it's the same standard as the school district holds the ratings. It's out of 10.
Great Schools is a social media kind of a website for education, right? So it's not
so
the
it's like a
same rating that you
popular-
get.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not the same ratings that you get when you look at the state of Florida and student achievement and things.
Okay. Just want to make sure we're putting out the right information to the public, because there was some chatter and I wasn't familiar with that. So it's more of a popular social media vote on your school kind of thing.
Right, but I'll go ahead and take a look at it just
Okay.
in the meantime to see if there's anything that's inaccurate or accurate.
Okay. Okay, sorry, guys. Those are my questions. What else? Anyone else on the board who'd like to ask Ms. Wetzel a question? Anyone? No? Okay, well, thank you again for a great year. We appreciate
Thank you
you.
all, too. We really appreciate it. We love working with you, too.
Thank you. Okay, anybody else from the audience? Principals? Anyone else who wants to present? Okay, and we'll keep moving on with our reports and school liaison reports. Any of our school liaisons want to report? Paula?
I attended the final SAC meeting at Crestwood. I thought it was really great. And I also had my last week of volunteering this past week, because this week will be testing. So good luck to all the students out there testing, especially my little crew who I've really grown fond of. I'll be back to say my goodbyes, but again, thank you, Crestwood, for having me. That was a really fun and interesting experience.
So, H.L. Johnson, they recently wrapped up a remarkable Teacher and Staff Appreciation Week, honoring the dedicated professionals who inspire and educate our youngest citizens. Just today, they celebrated the outstanding PTO and volunteers, who basically are the heartbeat of that school. They really do a lot. As a husband to one of the members of PTO, I can attest that they do a lot. She can do a little more at home, but I'm never going to tell her that. And she does plenty. She does plenty at home, and she does plenty for the school. And she loves it. She really does it from the heart, which is awesome. And it's why we do everything here. Why I volunteer, why she volunteers, because we love our kids and we love our community. H.L. Johnson celebrating their grad walk. If you didn't know, it's where seniors return back to celebrate their journey, and they inspire the current students to dream big. They're in the heart of testing season. Last week, they closed third grade fast testing, math fast testing. I know my little guy did it, and his teachers were encouraging, and they couldn't be any more encouraging. Like, we love his teachers, by the way. Crystal, phenomenal teachers he has. All the teachers are phenomenal. But they just completed that. This week, they're doing fourth grade and fifth grade math assessments, and science and iReady is going to be following next week. Lastly, they're proudly preparing for their largest summer camp since 2019, which is a clear sign of H.L. Johnson's continued growth and commitment to students and families year-round. So that's all positive news, positive signs. Really grateful to be part of this community and the H.L. Johnson family.
Very nice report. Thank you. Any other liaison reports? Okay, we're going to move on to our final student council report. Alexa, please share.
Good afternoon, everyone. To start off, our Lip Dub was released 2 weeks ago. I'm very, very proud of it. We worked very hard on it. It's on the Royal Palm Beach High School Media Center YouTube channel. So if you don't know what a Lip Dub is, it's basically where clubs and sports get to promote like what they're doing through lip syncing different songs. So I hope everyone enjoys watching it. Also, on April 5th, we hosted our Starry Night in Paris prom. Juniors and seniors had an amazing time. On April 17th, 2025, we held our last pep rally of the year, which was nostalgia themed. We played various childhood games and had many performances from marching band, step team, and our very own student council, and many others. We had our senior spirit week before seniors left April 21st to the 24th. Seniors' last day was on the 30th. Seniors got to be in the auditorium and spend time together, playing games and signing yearbooks. This past week, we had our senior events like Astro Skate Night Rapids and our very first Glow Field Day, which I feel was very successful as a senior. Student Council also got to help, and they held some games, and it was very fun. April 21st to the 24th, we had our Student Council election, and I'm very pleased to announce our new student body president of Royal Palm Beach High School, Carla Gonzalez de Leon. Come up. No, Carla, go down there on the mic.
Hi guys, my name is Carla Gonzalez de Leon. Like Alexa said, I'm really excited to work with you guys. I have been living in Florida and West Palm my whole life, so I've been part of the school district my whole life, and I'm really excited to work with you guys. So yeah, thank you so much.
Sorry, guys, I forced Carla to come here. This will be Carla's 4th year in council, and I'm very excited to see all she accomplishes. I couldn't ask for a better president to come after me. Also, I would just like to thank the board for this amazing opportunity. It was a very good leadership experience, and I'll be forever grateful for this. So thank you so much.
Thanks again, Alexa, and we look forward to working with you, Carla. Okay, statements from the public. Anyone want to say anything, or we're going to keep going on? Yes, come on up. We have a brief meeting agenda, so please.
Well, good evening to everyone, and thank you for the opportunity. I just wanted to share some very good news that came my way. Over the weekend, a former Royal Palm Beach High School graduate, I don't know if you remember Darian Johnson. He once served as student council president, and so I have had the blessing of staying in touch with Darian through his collegiate journey, and I just wanted you all to know that he will be graduating from Morehouse College on Sunday, May 18th at 9 a.m., and then he will be transitioning to Harvard. So Darian Johnson sends his best. And he's a former Crestwood student.
Thank you for sharing that great news. Okay, And if there's no one else, then we'll just move on to the approval of the minutes. I'm looking for an approval of the minutes of the Education Advisory Board meeting from March 10th, 2025.
Motion to approve the minutes of the Education Advisory Board meeting of March 10th, 2025.
A second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that passes. Any old business? Old business? Okay. In new business, I guess I would just be remiss if I didn't mention that the scholarship winners will be presented on Thursday, May 15th, at the Village Council meeting at 6 o'clock to start? 6:30. It starts at 6:30, and I believe the presentations are at the top of the meeting. So if you wanted to join, each student we will be reading their bios and presenting them with their scholarship. Yes. Okay. Mayor?
So I want to thank everybody here, up here, also in the audience, for a really, really great school year. One where we had a chance to share in the achievements. You just heard one individual achievement. Just so happens he hunts me down whenever he's home. I wind up having coffee with Darian. What an extraordinary young man. I'm delighted to hear about his success. And it just brings to mind that there's so many amazing young adults who come out of this community through these schools. I wonder if we're doing enough to share that with the public in general. I really, really do. I have the pleasure of having exposure to him. Actually, I get to sit next to him. Right? And I have the chance to get to know them over the years, which I have in the past in many cases. And it's extraordinary, and it speaks well of the educational system that we have here in Royal Palm Beach, probably more significantly and substantially than anything else anyone can come up with. So I kind of challenge the schools, if you haven't already done a Hall of Fame kind of thing or something like that, consider doing that. And not only that, it's fun to kind of keep track of them, see what they do as they move into their careers and into their life. But it is absolutely delightful. Congratulations to all of the educational professionals who make our schools spectacular, and thank you all for your dedication and commitment. So,
Mayor, I know you and I, you talked with us during the scholarship interviews about enhancing the work that we do at the Education Advisory Board level, our scholarship process. So do you want to invite the schools to kind of give us their feedback over the summer on ways that we can continue to improve?
Indeed. Actually, we just had a workshop on that last week, and we're trying to put together a structure that would capture everybody's input in a rational fashion. And so, let's see, that was Thursday we did that. And so we'll be reaching out to everybody, obviously. I think we're excited about the possibilities of having the Education Advisory Board surface in new and different and hopefully more impactful ways than what we've had up to this point. It's been great. It's been a communications platform. It's been a way to partner with the schools, which we've done. And it seems like every year, so I can talk now because it's pouring outside. Nobody wants to go out there. Every year, it gets more and more substantial in the engagement. And what we're trying to do is find opportunities here to lift the schools in whatever way we can. I mean, I just kind of gave you a hint on one of them. You know, we got all these great young adults coming out of our schools, and the more we talk about them, the more it says the quality of education here in Royal Palm Beach is outstanding. And so that was one idea. There are several others that were offered up. And so we'll come out with a way of capturing input. I gave that informally to the Education Advisory Board in between interviews, and I give that to you all just to be thinking about. Okay? Thank you.
Great, Mayor, thank you. Okay, and this is my last meeting as chair, my second term as chair, and I will be passing the gavel in August to Sergio, so happy to do that. But in the meantime, I get to adjourn this meeting, so still have the gavel. It's 6:30, and have a great rest of your summer, everyone. Thank you.